guys, and welcome to another exciting Funko Pop haul video series. Now, as I mentioned in my Aim4Fame 5 comic warehouse Funko Pop Hunt set of videos, this is that second series that I was alluding to. We're going to call this one Chaplitz Collectibles and Figurines Funko Pop Hunt. And once again, a very, very special shout out to my bestie, Tracy, for taking me to this place and showing me this wonderful hidden Funko hunter's dream of a gem of a place. Now, I know, I used a lot of adjectives there, but let's get to the Funko Pop in question. Now, this one, I'm just going to see. Ah, there we go. So this one in particular, I've been hunting for a couple of years, guys, because you guys know I love my comedy movies. I love my comedy series or sitcoms even more. So when we were at Chaplitz Collectibles and Figurines and I saw her on the shelf, I just knew, guys. I just instantly knew I had to take her. I am, of course, talking about the one, the only Grace Adler from legendary sitcom series Will and Grace, guys. Now, just look at how beautiful and how much detail they put into Grace Adler's Funko Pop, guys. And I'm hoping camera can pick it up. You can actually see, if you look closely there at the folder, that's Grace's designer portfolio, flip file with all of her designs and everything. So all of her ideas basically in Funko Pop form, along with that legendary wardrobe of hers, which brings me to this side, which is where you guys can see the beautiful, stylish wardrobe that Grace Adler had, guys. Grace Adler, of course, played by the lovely Deborah Messing. I will mention her name again. She literally, she played Grace Adler so beautifully. So, guys, if you look around the side here, you can see what Grace Adler would look like if you took her out of the box. I'm just going to bring it closer to the camera so you guys can get a better look at her. And then, basically, if you go around to the back of the box, which is usually where you would see like the set or the series for the bigger Funko collections out there that she's a part of, and you can see there's, of course, Will Truman, Karen Walker, and Jack McFarland, all legendary Will and Grace characters in their own right. And here's the other side of Grace Adler's box, and of course, main logo of the sitcom Will and Grace at the top of the box, along with Grace's Funko Pop number. So let's just put Grace Adler off screen and get into her backstory. So when it comes to Will and Grace, guys, it's really one of those once-in-a-lifetime sitcoms that it just works, guys. Doesn't matter who starts the joke, who starts the conversation, it just works. So let me put it to you guys like this. Every time Grace Adler and Will Truman did a scene together, I would can myself laughing. And of course, the comical and sometimes witty comeback and exchanges between Grace and Karen Walker, Megan Mullany, and of course, who could forget the lovable, the charismatic Jack McFarland, played, of course, by Sean Hayes, brilliantly, I might add, brilliantly. And of course, Will Truman, who was played comically funny and brilliantly by Eric McCormack. So special shout out to the 4 lead actors of Will and Grace. If any of you guys see this video, if you like this video or could leave just a small comment on the video, I would really appreciate it. I would really appreciate it a lot. So shout out to Karen Walker, aka Megan Mullany. Shout out to Jack McFarland, aka Sean Hayes. And shout out to, of course, Will Truman and Grace Adler, Eric McCormack, and Deborah Messing. Guys, I'm a lifelong Will and Grace fan. Guys, if I had to tell you all my favorite moments from Will and Grace, there's just too much. There's just too many to mention. So the biggest thing for me about as I'm looking at Grace Adler, the biggest thing for me about Grace Adler is. And I know I drew a lot of similarities between me and the previous Funko series that we did with the Comic Warehouse Funko Pop Hunt, but especially when it comes to Grace Adler, you know, she had a dream to start her own interior designing thing or designing house or something, and she went with it, she rolled with it, and she embraced all the controlled chaos that came with it. And I know I mentioned this like 2 or 3 times in my Aim4Fame 5 Comic Warehouse Funko Pop Hunt, but guys, if you've got a dream or like a talent for a reason, then stick to it. Keep at it. Keep grinding. Don't give up. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, there were times in my career where I thought, okay, maybe this is as good as it's going to get, you know, with a movie role or a TV series role or a couple of TVCs. I mean, I honestly thought that was as good as it was going to get. But then, and this is where it comes in, guys. So you got to believe in yourself. You got to surround yourself with your friends, and then you just gotta pray to God, guys, and just trust in His timing. Trust in God's timing, guys. That is the biggest piece of advice that I can give you guys. Trust God's timing. That is the biggest and best part of advice I can give you guys. The one thing that, before we say goodbye, of course. So the one thing that stood out to me about Will and Grace is, of course, the many celebrity cameos throughout that series, guys. I mean, there were quite a lot of them. Some of them played like key figures as part of the main 4 actresses, as part of the main 4 actors, characters, storylines, and everything. And then there were like real celebrity cameos, like, for example, Cher and Kevin Bacon, just to name a few. And I always love a sitcom when there's like a well-known actor or actress that either plays like a guest role or just basically plays like a fictionalized version of themselves. Because that's what makes a sitcom watchable, guys. That's the bottom line. That's what makes a sitcom watchable. From myself, from Grace Adler, from Will and Grace, and of course, this is not the last video in the Chaplitz Collectibles and Figurines Funko Pop Hunt video. This is Chaplitz Collectibles and Figurines Funko Pop Hunt Part 1. Catch you guys in Part 2. Harry Drink Chaser!
Hey, the guy's an artist. He was just responding to an aesthetic.
Yeah, the aesthetic of your giant hooters.
Will is right, honey. Mr. High School called because he thinks you're stacked. Now, if you actually were, you would understand the effect that they have on men, but alas, Mother Nature did not bless you as she did me.
Said the woman whose frown lines were filled with ass fat. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cher? Oh, sorry. Where is she? What's she wearing? Gypsies, tramps, and farewell. Jack, she's not here yet. Now just calm down and have an hors d'oeuvre.
Hey, don't get so chummy. I ain't sure I'm liking you yet.